Thanks for joining me for TCM's 31 Days of Oscar. I'm Alicia Malone, and today's theme is Oscar Goes Bad. That's right, we're featuring a lineup of crime films that were nominated for or won Academy Awards. Up next is a 1951 Alfred Hitchcock thriller nominated for Best Black and White Cinematography. It's Strangers on a Train. Patricia Highsmith wrote the original novel, and initially, Hitchcock hired author Raymond Chandler to adapt it into a screenplay. But while the combination of the master of suspense films and the master of hard-boiled crime novels seemed on the surface to be a perfect match, in reality it did not work out well. Chandler disliked how involved Hitchcock was in the writing process, calling their creative meetings god-awful jabber sessions, and complained that Hitchcock had already decided how he was going to direct the film before the script was finished. Later, Hitchcock admitted to author Donald Spoto that their collaboration was not a happy one, and he hired Zenzi Ormond to rewrite the script. The final product, as Chandler said, Hitchcock succeeded in removing almost every trace of my writing. The story follows a tennis player, Guy Haynes, who is trapped in an unhappy marriage, and his wife refuses to divorce him so he can marry the woman he truly loves, Anne. During a train ride, Guy meets a strange man named Bruno Antony, who tells Guy about the problems he's having with his father. Bruno then suggests that Guy should murder his father and Bruno should murder Guy's wife, the perfect crime, or so he claims. William Holden was initially considered for the role of Guy, but when he was unavailable, Hitchcock cast an actor he had worked with a few years earlier in Rope, Farley Granger. For Bruno, Hitch made a smart choice by casting Robert Walker against type. He is wonderfully creepy in this role. Warner Brothers insisted that Ruth Roman be cast as Anne, but for the role of Anne's sister, Hitchcock cast his own daughter, Patricia Hitchcock, although she had to do a screen test to prove she was right for the part. From 1951, here is Strangers on a Train. Strangers on a Train was a hit both critically and commercially, giving director Alfred Hitchcock a much-needed success after the underwhelming performance of several of his previous films, The Paradine Case, Rope, Under Capricorn, and Stage Fright. Strangers on a Train was nominated for one Academy Award, Best Black and White Cinematography, for Robert Burks. This was the first time Burks had worked with Hitchcock, who was impressed after seeing his photography on The Fountainhead from 1949 and The Glass Menagerie from 1950. Burks and Hitchcock formed a friendship on Strangers on a Train, and they went on to collaborate several more times, with Burks following Hitchcock from Warner Brothers to Paramount. Some of their films include The Wrong Man, Vertigo, and North by Northwest. Burks won a Best Color Cinematography Oscar for To Catch a Thief, and the previous year he was nominated for the movie we have coming up next on TCM's 31 Days of Oscar. It's a voyeuristic 1954 Alfred Hitchcock thriller starring James Stewart and Grace Kelly, which was nominated for 4 Academy Awards, so keep watching.
Next on TCM, Rear Window, then Bonnie and Clyde, and later, White Heat. Strike while the Oscar is hot today.